Hey YouTube! I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. Not at the making of this video, I'm still 21, but I'm gonna upload this at 12:02, the time I was born. So then those feelings will be accurate. Those feelings of happy, free, confused, and lonely in the best way. Every time someone finds out I'm 22, that's what they sing at me, so I figured, why not embrace it? So anyway, this video, as it says in the title, is about my 21st birthday weekend. It was epic. You know, I turned the legal age of drinking in the US, and I definitely brought it in with a bang. I feel like a lot of times on my channel, you know, my vlog is college life and blindness. And while I spend a lot of time either ranting about blindness or like ranting about school, I don't talk necessarily much about things outside of school, except for those random, like, irritating moments with that random passerby and why you shouldn't do this to blind people. But I also wanted to talk about, in this video, sort of the blindness aspect and how it, like, doesn't affect my life in the way that many people think, if that makes sense. You know, like, in this story, you'll see I'm still going out, getting wasted, and all that good stuff. So the first day of my actual birthday, it landed on a Thursday last year, so I just went out to eat with my sister and two of my friends, and, you know, I bought my first legal drink, I guess. I rang in the year with vodka and orange juice. How did I get that as an underage drinker? I am not condoning underage drinking, but we all know that we do it anyway. And then, you know, but I had my first, like, outside drink. The next day, though, Friday the 29th, was when shit really started going down. So I started the night off with karaoke, and it was great. It was a lot of fun. I like singing. I like, you know, being with friends. So it was a nice blending of the things. We had a few drinks along with, like, some appetizers, like pina coladas. I don't think I had a Jaeger bomb. My friend had a car bomb, though, which is, I think, like, Guinness and Red Bull. It was not very tasty. But, you know, so we had that, and then we were like, we're gonna go bar hopping. However, it's kind of hard to bar hop when you don't know where the bars are, so we headed down to, like, 14th. We're like, alright, there should be a lot of bars around there. We should have gone further down to, like, the NYU area, because there were a lot of bars there. But we were just, like, Google mapping everywhere to find places. And so we'd go to one bar, and so I think the first one we went to, like, it was really small and really packed, so we each just got a drink. I got a Jaeger bomb. That's, like, my drink of choice. I don't chug it. I, like, sip it. I have chugged it, though. And, you know, then we would just, like, walk off any buzz that we might have gotten, because we spent so long wandering around looking for bars. So sorry, I have notes, but I still managed to lose my train of thought. This is a problem. So we went to a few places, but nothing was good. Like I said, everything was packed, or there was a really long line outside, and don't be offended for any of you who this applies to, but some of the bars were just really white. And when I say that, I don't necessarily mean that there were a lot of white people there. That is what I mean, but it was very white country. And a lot of us weren't very comfortable with that. Like, they were just, like, their only thing on the menu was beer, and everybody was just, like, screaming along to very intense country music. And I do like country music, but that was not the vibe I was going for. So we finally settled on this place, the Crocodile Lounge, that one of my friends had found. And with, like, a round of drinks, they give you, like, a free pizza. I understand why it was free, because the pizza was not very good. The cheese was delicious, but it was, like an inch of cheese and then, like, 5 inches of, like, burnt crust. But that's perfectly fine, because we drank all of the alcohol. I had Jaeger bombs. I had sex on the beach. Obviously not literally. I had, I don't even know what the freak else I had, guys. And I'm the drinker who, yes, I drank as an underage person. Again, not condoning it, but we know it happens. I am the responsible drinker. Like, I get water, I stopped after a little while, I nurse my drinks, but I asked for water once. I always carry around a water bottle, and once that was finished, I asked for water. I don't think I ever got it, but my friends kept giving me alcohol. Now I wouldn't have been even drinking that much if it wasn't a group that I like trusted implicitly, but it was still it was intense. I Sulay, I've mentioned her in past videos, and we have to come back with our Europe trip video for you guys. But she's like, oh, I always wanted to try a Cosmo, and so our friend Derek, he's a resident pothead, and I feel like he is one of the people who's very free spirited, and he's like, but he was like, do you guys maybe want to stop? And Zule was like, no, it's fine. And we got the Cosmos, and then I think we had one more drink after that, and it was crazy, like, figuring out, like, who was on whose tab. We, like, cajoled my friend, one of my friends, I don't know how he feels about me putting his name in the video, so we cajoled one of my friends, like, hey, you want to, like, buy a round of drinks for the birthday girl? And, like, Zule was, like, and her best friend, and Kyla, I feel like she wouldn't mind, because she's been in past videos, you know, like, whatever. And it was great. It was a lot of fun. As soon as I stood up, I felt all of the alcohol that I had been choking back, knocking back for the last couple of hours. And then we decided to go to IHOP. There is something about me and the IHOP on 14th, because that is also where I went after my prom. in our prom gear finery. My words, I don't know where they are. So we get to IHOP, and we are sitting down waiting for a table to be free, and I get up and I like almost fall, and the like hostess is like, if anyone throws up, I'm not cleaning that up, like it's gonna be on you. And it was just like, okay, like relax. And so we get there, none of us thought we'd throw up. Of course it was the birthday girl. And so I just order some bacon, and honestly I think if I hadn't had the food, I might have made it home fine. But as soon as I took a bite of the bacon, I honestly barely remember it coming or eating it. But as soon as I took a bite, apparently I pushed the plate away and I threw up. And it was very, like, apparently I sneeze and throw up very genteelly. Like, it wasn't like, ugh, like retching sounds. And it was just, like, if one of my friends hadn't been looking at me, they wouldn't have even noticed. And I like there are parts of the night that I still don't quite remember. They told me that I took a nap before the bacon got there. I don't remember the throwing up, but I remember the aftermath, and I remember going to the bathroom and having to try really hard not to like fall over, like just to like pull my pants down, pee, pull it back, wash my hands. Like it took a Herculean effort to do all of that, or like if anyone did any more work than Hercules and those 12 labors, like whoever did more, it surpassed a Herculean effort for me, honestly. So we like get out, there's like a debacle that I don't remember at all, but the lady was charging for like extra bacon on one of the bills, and Zule was like, no, I did not get this. Turns out it was one of our other friends who ended up not paying for her food, but you know, whatever. Zule got like the manager involved and just all this. Zule was also drunk, but she was handling things a lot better than your girl here. So Zule calls me an Uber because I was in no shape to take the train back home. It was like 5 a.m. and I've definitely gone back to my room at like that time, but I was in no shape for any of that, like I said. So seriously, my notes are right here. Okay, so so Zule like calls the Uber, and I get in, and she's like, okay, so excuse me, can you help her to the door when she gets there? And the people in the back are like, this is an Uber pool, and the way it works, she's like, yeah, but she's blind. And they just shut up, they just stopped talking, and it was like, all right, nothing to say to that. So guys, it is so good that I'd been going to the dorm for that was my 3rd year last year, because the guy, he took me to the corner and he got me to the right block, but he didn't walk me to the dorm. But it was just, you know, just rote memorization at this point. And I was like sobering up, but it was very slow going. So I was walking, and one of the public safety officers, like / security guards at the dorm, she was like, oh, hey, Lily, I haven't seen you in so long. And I was talking to her. Now, thinking about it, honestly, I didn't have this thought until right now. But I wonder if she was like, did she look drunk? And she was in addition to like saying hi to me and stuff, like I wonder if she was carrying on a conversation to sort of gauge the drunkenness. Guys, the public safety officers should have known something was wrong. When I walked into that building, I walked to my dorm. I did not walk into a single thing. I was being so careful. I was making sure, like, because I felt like if I bumped into something, I don't know if I could recover and like keep going. I don't know if my vision got better, if my spatial awareness like expanded, if my echolocation was turned on, but I did not bump into a single thing. I think it might have been, I don't remember if it was a little chilly that night or not, so I don't remember if the like front, like the glass doors that lead into the door was open or not, but again, did not walk into a thing. So I get back to my room, somehow managed to like put all of my clothes in the sink to like soak, because I don't think I got anything up on it, or like I wiped myself off, like I wiped it off of me, but it smelled like it. And then I got a plastic bag just in case, and I went the freak to bed. I woke up before my alarm went off, and it's so good that I set an alarm, otherwise I would not have gotten up. But I woke up at like 12 something. I had the presence of mind to text my sister that I had gotten in. But so I got in at like 12 something, or I woke up rather at 12 something, and I find my phone on the ground. I saw that I had a couple of missed calls, and I was like, I probably just got very angry in my sleep and was just like, stop freaking calling me. So my phone was just chilling under the bed. So a few of my friends had called to check on me, make sure I was good, see if I was hungover. Militza, Melissa, my sometimes editor, sometimes like co-vlogger or my guest person. Anyway, she had also called because we were supposed to be hanging out to celebrate. Her birthday was in a few days. So we try to celebrate sort of like in the median time between our birthdays. And she called to like make sure we were still on schedule and all that. My sister also called with her boyfriend at the time so that they could laugh at my antics and hear about my plight and all that. So while I was talking to my sister, I had went to the bathroom, and thank God I had the presence of mind to bring that plastic bag that I took to bed with me, because as I'm on the toilet, and I'm only peeing, but I get a nice genteel like just a little bit comes up, and it is all liquid. And this is while I'm on the phone with my sister. And I can see now why people said that it's genteel, because I just paused in the conversation, and I felt, you know how it feels to throw up. I felt it, but no sound came out. And my sister's like, did you just throw up? And I was like, yeah. And she's just dying. She's like, all right, ready to ring it in. So after this, I had to brush my teeth and then head the freak back out. Like, I was not steady. Like, the world, I could feel the Earth's rotation, guys. And, like, everything was too bright, but I had to go. This was my first, like, actual hangover. And the last one. And so as I'm walking to meet Melissa, like, everything is spinning, or not spinning, but I don't feel steady. And it's not until, like, we're walking together, like, her guiding me or whatever, that it's okay. So we go to this Australian restaurant that I like, and I did a good job by getting, like, heavy food, except I got spicy. So it was like a spicy sausage pasta dish or whatever. And I feel like the heavy, like the pasta, whatever, was helping me, but then the spice was just throwing my stomach completely off. We were also meeting up with Emily, who's also been on the vlog, and, you know, she was just laughing at the antics as I was explaining all of this, and they were just getting a good old time out of my plight. So afterward, we, like, walked to dessert, and I just could not deal. At one point, my cane got, like, stuck in, like, a gate, and I think the bottom of it almost came off, and I just stopped. Like, I was just like, guys, I cannot do this. I can't take it. Just, why is everything happening to us? This was, like, we were looking for the dessert place, and every time we asked someone what was, like, where exactly it was, because we found the right block, they'd take out their phones, they're like, oh, here, let me map it, and they'd point us in different directions, and then we had the cane thing, and it was just too much. No mas, no mas. Um, so then I think Melissa spent that night, and I was just so, like, I was not down for much talking. Like, I was just laying around, and she left the next day. And I had one more activity. I was going to lunch with my former vision teacher. She and I, like, meet up, like, twice a year or so, and, you know, catch up and all that stuff like that. And so I had a lot of food. I went to this Cuban place, which is also delicious. It's actually Cuban Chinese. And I also had a pina colada. Why did I try the hair of the dog treatment? If no one knows what that is, I think it's a British term, and it's like treating alcohol with more alcohol. It was delicious in the moment, but then after we left, and I had wanted to go to like Marshall's to look for something, like it was a struggle to like have normal conversation and to walk, and oh my gosh, I just wanted to be back in bed. And which is what I did, which is how I tried to spend most of my weekend, like eating and sleeping and just wishing, praying to God that someone would put a dimmer switch on of the sun. So for 22, I am going to a diner that has boozy milkshakes. They call it magic milkshakes, but you know, I feel like, so we get diner food and we get nice, like, both a heavy drink and alcohol, and that should be good. I know my limits, but, you know, I think it was my sister's fault. Before we parted ways, because she came for karaoke, nothing else, she's like, you know, I don't want to cramp your style or whatever. And she was like, you know, you better have fun. Like, you know, basically, like, just stop being a stickler, stop being, not necessarily a stickler, because I feel like I have fun, but, you know, stop being, like, the responsible one and just, like, you know, just have fun. And I feel like subconsciously I took that shit so far to heart. Like, I don't even, I don't know. So it's not going to be as intense this time around. But I hope you enjoyed this video. My iPad broke, so I had to film on my phone, and then I'm getting a new phone soon, so I'm going to have new camera, and I don't know how different my setup is going to be, because I'm going to actually need something to prop it up, like a tripod or something. So, yeah, alright. Hope you guys enjoyed this.